Dr. Amelia Chen had always been self-conscious about her wheels. Unlike the sleek carbon fiber models her wealthy classmates sported, hers were basic rubber with worn treads that squeaked when she turned corners. But today, as she rolled through the corridors of the Institute for Human Evolution, her inferior wheels were the least of her concerns. The discovery had started 3 months ago when construction workers renovating the Institute's basement found a sealed chamber dating back to 1847. Inside, perfectly preserved, lay dozens of human skeletons with an impossible anatomical feature: legs, 2 long bones extending downward from the pelvis, ending in complex structures with 5 smaller appendages each. As the lead anthropologist on the project, Amelia had been studying these walking humans obsessively. The bone density, muscle attachment points, and joint mechanisms suggested these beings could propel themselves by alternating the movement of these leg appendages in a rhythmic pattern. It seemed absurd, yet the evidence was undeniable. Rolling into her laboratory, Amelia found her research partner Dr. Marcus Rodriguez examining the latest skeletal specimen under high-powered magnification. His premium titanium wheels barely whispered against the polished floor. The carbon dating results came back, Marcus said, his expression troubled. These remains are only 180 years old, not the thousands we initially estimated. Amelia's wheels locked in shock. That's impossible. Humans have had wheels for millennia. It's basic evolutionary biology. That's what I thought too, Marcus replied, pulling up a holographic display of historical documents they'd found with the skeletons. But look at this. The documents, written in archaic English, told an incredible story. In 1847, a brilliant inventor named Dr. Ezekiel Thornton had developed a revolutionary surgical procedure. Using a combination of mechanical engineering and primitive genetic manipulation, he could replace human legs with retractable wheel assemblies that integrated directly with the nervous system. According to these papers, Marcus continued, Thornton convinced the global medical community that wheels would make humans more efficient. No more fatigue from walking, faster travel, reduced food consumption. He called it the Great Advancement. Amelia rolled closer to examine the documents. But if this is true, then our entire understanding of human evolution is wrong. We didn't evolve wheels naturally. They were surgically implanted. The implications were staggering. Every history book, every evolutionary timeline, every aspect of modern society was built on a lie. Humans had originally been walkers, and the wheel humans they'd become were the result of a massive medical experiment that had somehow become normalized across all of humanity. There's more, Marcus said grimly, displaying additional documents. Thornton's procedure wasn't just about efficiency. The wheels contained tracking devices and control mechanisms. He was working for a secret organization called the Mobility Council, whose goal was to create a population that could be monitored and controlled through their integrated wheel systems. Amelia felt her world crumbling. Every movement humans made was potentially being tracked through their wheels. Every direction they rolled could be influenced by external signals. The freedom they believed they had was an illusion maintained by technology embedded in their bodies. She rolled to her computer and began researching modern wheel manufacturers. The deeper she dug, the more connections she found. All major wheel companies traced their lineage back to Thornton Industries. The same family had been controlling human mobility for nearly 2 centuries. We have to expose this, Amelia declared, but Marcus grabbed her arm. Wait, he said, his voice strange, before you do anything drastic, there's something else you need to know. Marcus rolled to a locked cabinet and retrieved a final document, this one bearing a recent date and an official government seal. Amelia's heart sank as she read the header, Project Reversion, Phase 3 Implementation. The government knows, Marcus explained. They've known for decades. This archaeological discovery wasn't accidental, it was planned. They're preparing to reverse Thornton's procedure and return humanity to its original walking form. But why? Amelia asked, though part of her already suspected the answer. Because wheels require infrastructure, maintenance, and constant technological support. Walking humans would be self-sufficient, harder to track, and ultimately more adaptable for space colonization. They're planning to transition the population gradually, starting with volunteers who think they're participating in an experimental mobility study. Amelia stared at the document, realizing the full scope of the deception. Humans had been transformed from walkers to wheelers by one conspiracy, and now another conspiracy was preparing to transform them back. Neither change would happen with full informed consent from the population. The question is, Marcus said quietly, knowing what we know now, which version of humanity would you choose to be? Amelia looked down at her worn rubber wheels, then at the ancient leg bones on the examination table. For the first time in her life, she wondered what it would feel like to walk,